Last week, you guys finished your massacre of the fire giants. You've locked the Duchess and the Duchette in a bedroom, and Minsk, for some reason, decided to spare the fire giant Duke's life, casting Spare the Dying on him.
These are all things that happened.
Yep. Also, Minsk, there is someone, you hear a rattling sound at the end of the Duke's hammer.
Can I investigate the hammer to see if there's any way to open it?
Sure, you can go. When you look at the end of it, you see that little person locked inside. He's missing an arm. Give me an investigation check. All right. Yes, there is a small key. There's small for a giant. It's a regular sized keyhole built inside, and a gnome in there.
Does the gnome say anything to me?
I don't know. Does he?
A gnome?
Oh, not a gnome. I'm sorry. He's a human.
Yeah, Ryle was a human.
Wrong character.
Yeah,
wrong
Vic's
character.
the gnome.
Yeah, Vic's the gnome. Ryle's the human. There's a human inside the cage. Side.
Can he actually hear anything? Or
yeah, it's an open cage. He's stuck inside a cage. He's kind of rattling the handles.
Just gonna yell at him to let me out.
Where's the key? Where does he keep the key?
Hell if I know. I've been stuck in this cage for weeks.
I will proceed to start fondling and frisking the giant.
All right. After a bit, you do find a ring of keys on his belt, and one of them will open the hammer.
All right, I'm going to stand outside, trying the keys one by one, like high school janitor style, and eventually open the hammer.
Yep. So, Ryle, you are free.
Oh, thanks. I have no idea who you guys are, but thank you. Is Verbar even still here?
He's in the other room.
Minx is going to say, we got time for introductions later. There's probably still fights happening elsewhere in the compound, and he's not dead. Do you know if there's manacles or chains or something down here I'd be able to use to tie him up?
I'm going to glance down at him. If only I had a focus, I could take care of that. Do I know of a place?
I mean, there's plenty of... If you look up, there's plenty of chains, like, holding up the
Vanadad.
The Vanadad, the big construct. One of you could go over and... Minsk, you could go over and pull over the chain. I'll have to make an athletics check to do it, because it's a giant-sized chain.
Not super great at those. I was trying to tell if Minx would run in the other room to see if folks are still fighting. Can I hear if I hear combat?
Give me a perception check.
10s all night.
Okay, you don't hear anything. You do see Verabrar walk into the room.
Okay. Well, if Verabrar's not immediately in combat, I think actually at the end of the last session, Verabrar would have come running in, chasing a couple of goblins and killed them.
Yeah, you saw some goblins like charge in, and Verabrar shoots in the back and then just saunters into the room.
Okay.
All clear.
I'm going to start trying for chains.
Okay.
Hey, look, a 10.
Yeah, Ryle will try to get the chains that are above him, and I guess he'll hear Verabar's voice, turn around, and say, "Verabrar, you came back?"
It's like, oh, you're alive. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah. After everything went down, well, the Duke trapped me in this hammer. Of all things.
You guys know each other?
Yeah. We originally came down here to clear out these fire giants. We had a little bit of a scuffle, and, well, everybody except for Verabrar, well, they didn't make it. I thought I was done for. And instead of killing me for some reason, I woke up in this cage. I thought Verabrar had just left. I wouldn't have blamed him, but thank God he actually came back.
I didn't explicitly mention so, but before I would have been opening cages and anything else, I have stowed the flask of the Dawn Titan, like somewhere secure, belt pouch or something.
Gotcha.
Is it like a metal flask? Is it glass? Do I have to worry about this thing?
It is explicitly an iron flask.
How about size-wise?
I imagine like a wine.
Oh, I think you said a wine bottle last time.
Yeah, like a wine bottle size.
All right, then in the backpack.
Yep, something you can carry one-handed. It's wrapped up in the kind of artsy-fartsy wicker. All around. The doors are classy like that.
Right.
But I think we need to secure this guy. I need a little bit of a rest.
Yeah, I'm gonna...
By the way, did you find any of our things? I had a clockwork arm that the giants ripped off. Should be with the rest of our stuff, possibly. We had a set of gauntlets attached to it.
Now, Verabrar, he's not dead. I did that for a reason. Remember, we still need the combination to the chest, and his wife and daughter didn't seem to have it. So we gotta get this guy chained up because he's gonna wake up, and when he does, then we need to interrogate him.
No, yeah, Verabrar. I just had him roll to see if he was able to wrap the Duke up in chains, and he was able to get them, drag them over, and start wrapping them up.
All right.
And Vic, Verabrar will tell that he thinks that his new gnome buddy took your arm. He didn't think you needed it anymore, so he just let him have it.
That son of a bitch.
Well, I can't say I really blame him. But look, I just need what it was attached to. I don't think I'm going to be doing much adventuring anymore after this. I think I might be able to find a way to make things work.
Well, if you guys want to see to him, I'll go see how the others are doing and get them in here.
Okay. So Vic, it's not Vic, goddamn Vic, Ryle and Verabrar stay behind and finish wrapping up the Duke and catching up.
I clicked the wrong button. Disregard that.
No worries.
I do use Helping Hands to heal Ryle. Sorry. Ryle for 9.
Okay. Well, we'll say that you have 10 hit points now.
Okay.
Couple levels of exhaustion. But Minsk, you are able to get over. Whisper, what are you doing? You and Vic.
Let's see. Whisper is pretty messed up. But if she doesn't hear anything from the other room, she'll at least head over that way to check on everybody.
Okay.
And Vic is going to be helping everyone out, but he does not want to give his gauntlets back because he likes being strong for once. But when we found the rest of our stuff, did Ryle did we find a focus?
You could find, like I said, you could find 2 things out of your old pack. So if you want one of the items to be a focus, that's fine.
No, I just want Ryle's old focus.
Yeah,
that's actually cast things.
Yeah, that's one of the. If that's one of the 2 things that you find, that's one of the 2 things you find.
Yeah, you pick the arm and what, basically.
I picked the gauntlets. The way I had it originally thought out was he had a arm that he made or out like a clockwork arm, but it was too clunky and heavy to actually be used. He got those gauntlets and they gave him the strength to actually use it. But yeah.
Okay, so you got the gauntlets, and what's this? So we'll say the arm and the gauntlets are one thing. What's the other thing you got off your old character sheet?
I got the Let's see if they got the.
Say a focus. Say a focus.
I was gonna
Say
say,
a focus.
It wasn't a focus. It was an immovable rod. I already used it.
yeah, I was gonna say, why would Vic have taken the focus? Honestly,
Okay. Thank you for being honest. So you did not find the focus yet. Perhaps it is stored somewhere.
Okay.
What was this focus?
what do you?
Well, I mean, it's just a clerical symbol.
Okay.
He probably had an extra one somewhere, but I think it was in the remains of the arm that got thrown away, or whatever happened to him.
Rather, what do you need the focus for?
To be able to cast spells.
Well, yeah, I just didn't know if there was a specific spell that you were hoping to use right now.
Well, a spellcaster not having a focus is kind of like,
Man, like out of character, I know why you need the focus. I didn't know if there was a specific thing you were trying to do to yourself or this giant, and I might have the material components.
Ryle just wants to have his focus back.
All right, well, I'll
It's
find
like
something
saying,
for you to
"Fuck it."
draw the symbol of Gondon, or I'll find a gear out of the ass of the Vonadod and toss it to you. You can pray to that.
That'll work.
So, Whisper, you walk into the room and you see Manx up the ass of the construct, like digging around in there.
Oh, that looks very fun. Whisper is very hurt. I do not feel very good, everyone. The Duke is subdued though. That's good. Good job, everyone.
I'm like halfway in the statue's ass, and I comment to Whisper, I don't want to be the butt of any of your jokes.
God damn it.
Wow.
You do look kind of like a tail right now sticking out of his butt. Just saying. Whisper has a tail. It's not that big of a deal.
I'll keep that in mind when it comes to healing spells in a moment.
Give me an investigation check.
The old investigation check to find a gear in the statue's ass.
Yeah.
20.
You find a gear that's shaped just like Gond's holy symbol. Apparently whoever created this was a aficionado of that god.
All right, well, I'm going to walk up to Ryle, and I'm going to hold out the gear and say, ass and you shall receive.
I probably take some sort of damage from that. That was
Whisper
awful.
gets it. Whisper understands.
I'm just gonna look. Ra's just gonna look at you and just, Bearbar, where did you find these people?
You take what you can get, man. You take what you can get.
I imagine it'd look more like this.
Oh yes, thank you so much. That is super nice.
Whisper have 29.
29. Yeah, awesome. So that's 35 that I have.
All right, Ryle is just gonna find a place to sit down, and is gonna be eyeing the Duke as he rests for a little while.
Okay. So yeah, you guys can take a... if you want to take a short rest, you can. If there's anything you guys wish to do, in the meantime, let me know. We'll see how it goes.
Nope, just going to work on tying the Duke up. There was no more immediate threats, and I'm pretty sure that the movable rod, if it's worked so far, it's doing its job.
You haven't heard anything out of that room.
So, he's going to wake up eventually, and we can certainly interrogate him, get the combo to the chest, but I don't think we'll be able to transport him, and I don't know if he's going to come with us on his own volition. Do you guys think the Dwarven King would want him back alive, or?
Well, I don't. Vic's gonna look up and say, "Well, I don't really want to kill a helpless victim here. I mean, these guys kept me prisoner for a while, but I really don't want to be like them, you know?"
Well, we were told one way or the other to either kill or drive off all of the fire giants in here. So one way or the other, we have to get rid of him.
I'd say we take him back. I'm sure we can find some sort of way. Besides, I mean, his family's in the other room. I don't think I could look him in the eye after killing their family member right in front of them.
Whispered is very okay with looking the little girl in the eye after she tricked us and telling her that I killed her father because I hate her very much.
Oops.
Well, it would seem that our choices are tell the three of them to get the hell out of here and that we never want to see tale of them again, especially nowhere near the two dwarven strongholds, or we take him back and tell the wife and daughter to get the hell out of here.
Oh, I think I've got an idea. Or Ryle's gonna look up and say, I think I've got an idea. These guys kept me in a cage for a while. How far is it again to the nearest place? Or the dwarven stronghold? It's been so long, I can't remember.
It is a long way. By airship, it's several days.
Would this guy even fit on our airship?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. All right, so yeah, Whisper's still of the opinion that we should kill him, but that's just her.
I need to figure out whether I think Minx would outright kill him, or if driving him off is sufficient enough for my character goals.
You roll a d2.
Ryle? He wouldn't mind killing him. He really wouldn't want to do it. But at the same time, I mean, we have a fortress here with a giant construct that he is still wanting to figure out how it works.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
you've had the reason they kept you around is because you were pretty obviously, handy with that sort of thing. You had the magic gauntlets, you had the holy symbol of Gond. So they've had you working on this. That's kind of why they kept you around for. So what you've deciphered from this over the time, this thing would be a potential equivalent of a D&D nuclear weapon. Anybody who could control this could wreck a city. This thing could one-handle a dragon. You also know the Duke clearly had absolutely no idea how to actually control it. You don't know what the outcome would be if it was activated, because you don't know how to turn it on or if it turns on automatically. You also know with this much adamantine, to run it, you would have to have that fire elemental back in that cairn in the furnace.
You're really giving me a reason not to want to give that thing back.
Well, it's true. I'm just telling you what Vic has intuited. Actually, give me a either Arcana or some sort of intelligence check.
Ryle or Vic?
Ryle.
Ryle is not the smartest. He really, really wants to put this thing back together because this is just amazing to him. I'll just do investigation since it's just I don't have anything special in intelligence.
Yep. Okay. Yep. You. Yeah. So it could be dangerous, but it's also really cool. And you think that's a great idea.
So, well, what we could do is we need to get that elemental back to Gauntlegrim, right? I think that was part of what we originally came here for, right, Verbar?
Was that what Verbar originally came here for? That was part of when Verbar went back. I think it was Minsk. And Minsk definitely had the thing where he was contracted to get it back for the dwarves of Gauntlegrim. That was Minsk's task.
Okay.
You and Verabra were here for the conch to get back to try and get the maelstrom to these storm giants.
Okay, I didn't remember if we knew about the Titan before.
Verabra does now. You did not before.
Okay.
You guys neatly Dutch. You guys, I was all prepped to have you guys know about it, but you kept dancing around finding out about it. It was pretty impressive, actually.
We also didn't really know what was going on with the statue until we were here. Like, we've been carting around sticks searching for adamantine, but we, for some reason, even though we had 3 talks with the Oracle, we're never like, what are the giants looking for?
No, we figured out that it was a... Yeah, okay. When we talked
we asked about the rune, and we asked about all kinds of stuff, and we know that they're looking for that the guy who's in Schult or whatever. But we never actually got word about the statue until, like, we were in carts riding around this place.
That was one of the things I asked about. I asked what all the adamantine was.
Yeah, you knew about the construct. You didn't know that the fire elemental.
Yeah, that was the whole reason Ryle was gung ho about going to the fire giant place.
Yeah, I meant more like the end game, basically. Like, we knew they were building a construct, but we didn't know what it was doing, how it was powered. We didn't ask any of those kind of fucking questions, even though we had infinite uses of walk in and ask 6 questions. But we know that flying castles seldom land. We found out that kind of information.
Well, Ryle is all for... He's not necessarily wanting to be the one that kills the Duke, but if we decide to kill him, he is not going to stop you. Vig does not want to kill him.
So that's 1 against and 1 neutral. And Whisper's 1-4, and Veribar's probably 1-4.
Veribar is all for it. Yeah, Veribar is like walks up and if you guys don't stop him, he'll just run his rapier through the guy's throat. He doesn't even know why he's still alive now.
Well, at least wait until we get the combination for his chest, because there might be lots of goodies in there.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons that I explicitly told Veribar, homie's still alive, don't kill him. We need him. So that's why when you were already rolling for the chains and stuff, I was making explicit, like, Veribar, don't kill this guy.
He shrugs and says, whatever.
Well,
how much effort would it take to transport this guy with the people that we have? Like, is it possible with 8 dwarves and the 4 party members, 5 party members, to move this guy at all?
What, like lift him over your head like ants and carry him?
No, like roll his ass over and prop him against a wall, or like just minimal amounts of transport. Not like getting back to the airship.
You could push him up against the column. It's going to thump him around a bit, and he will wake up like pretty quickly. That will jostle him awake.
Okay. Well, then I won't do that. I'll suffice with chaining him up.
Okay. Yep, he's chained. Again, you guys can take a short rest if you want. You can wake him up, whatever it is you want to do.
I want short rest first because I need my spell slots and stuff.
Yeah, get my key back as well.
Is there any, like, metal around, like any bits of iron? Like, I know there are whole cartloads of it anywhere, but is there any like these boxes here?
It's a forge. You can find raw material, whatever.
All right, Ryle's going to tell Vic to go over there and grab one of these barrels of iron. Once he does, Ryle's going to touch the box and fabricate a small metal cage around the Duke.
Okay.
I think this should hold him. And a little bit of returning the favor for all the crap he's had me through the past few weeks. By the way, did you take care of everyone else in here, or are we going to have some other problems?
No, we took care of everyone else that was in the immediate area, and we have locked his wife and his daughter in their room.
You seem.
Where did you lock them up?
In their room, it is a few rooms over, past the elevator.
And do you know they're secured?
Yes, there is a rod there that cannot be moved and is locking the door. They cannot get out.
So you did find all my things. Would have been
Uh,
nice if
Well,
you found the rest of it.
we found a bag with some stuff in there, and I believe Verabrar said that it was your companion's things, but we did not find much. I perhaps the Duke or his people have taken it somehow. Taken the rest, I mean.
The stuff
I'm-
was in the armory. We didn't give it a full shakedown. We were elsewise occupied, trying to clear everyone out.
Yes, a little pressed for time.
It's a long way around, but once we've dealt with him, we can always go back through that way.
Look, as far as I'm aware, I would have been dead if you guys hadn't shown up. I'm just happy to be alive here. And once again, thank you.
You are welcome. Being alive is very good.
It's certainly good for one's health.
Yeah, Verabor kind of nods and says, "Yeah, you gotta get better running away, Ryle."
You really think I could have ran away from hellhounds in that heavy ass armor?
He shrugs and says, "I did."
I'm just gonna shake my head.
All right, so you guys have your short rest. Is there anything else you wish to accomplish, or?
Actually, if I have time, I do want to search the Duke's little office area if we can.
Sure.
Put myself over there.
Ryle's gonna lay down for a quick nap because I'm sure being carried around in a freaking hammer, he hasn't been able to get much sleep lately.
Yeah, didn't he also like hit people with that hammer during that fight? So like you've been
Yes.
jostled around the whole time.
So I said he's in the hammer that he's using. What the heck?
I don't. He didn't hammer anyone that whole fight because he
No.
wand of
that's
Masjid
right.
missiled us up on the balcony.
That's right. Yeah, you and fucking Barabar fucking just rage.
I went
killed
through
the fuck out of
extra
him.
effort to be not in melee range of the giant boss.
Yeah. I got fucked up by his two lackeys. Like,
By the way, when you were searching him, I don't know if I told you this last week or not, but you do find a wand of magic missile on him.
Noted.
Oh yeah. I think you
So-
did mention that, but I don't remember if we caught it or not.
Nick's gonna take that and say, "Don't mind if I do," and put it right beside his other wand of magic missiles.
Very good. Well, first you need to attune. You'll have to spend your short rest attuning to it because right now it's giant-sized. You're familiar enough with magic items to know it will adjust to you, but like he's like, "I don't mind if I do," and you try and pick it up, and you like immediately you try and pick it up, and you don't move.
Okay,
Like a quarter staff.
Vic has like a strength of 19, so he would pick it up and be more than happy to pick up this like giant, massive wand.
So you guys just see this gnome wandering around like a giant wand over his head. It weighs more than he does, so it's constantly like almost falling over. He starts pointing in random directions.
You got anime all of a sudden, but instead of a big sword, you got a big wand.
Yeah, that's what she said.
So yeah, he will try it. He will attune to it. Make it more gnome size, but yeah, he is definitely going to pick the thing up.
Okay. Yep, he's got the wand, and you're searching for the office.
Mm-hmm.
When you go, give me an investigation check.
Yes, sir. Where is? Oh God, now. Yep. Mm-hmm. That's about right.
Okay. Implanted in the middle of the desk, like looking like maybe a paper. Kind of at first glance, it was like a spike to hold papers down, or a corner of a map.
Paperweight.
It looks like
Yeah.
a paperweight, but it was actually like a dagger that's jammed into the desk. And that was this giant-sized dagger. It's actually like, it looks like a great sword to it in a human hand. But it's it does see with that investigation check. It looks like it has inlaid with silver.
Ooh. Could I fly up there and try to pull it out?
Sure. Give me an athletics check.
Yeah, let's do this. I am kind of okay with this. Nope.
Nope. You try and you're like, "Rrr." You try and lift it and you can't lift it.
Whisper needs help. There it is. A big sword. Help.
All right, Vic is going to walk over there and try and pick it up.
Okay, an athletics check. Okay. You are able to pop it out. It is a two-handed weapon. It's a dagger. Like I said, here's what it says. The dagger is as big as a human greatsword, twice as heavy. In the hands of a small or medium creature, it's an improvised weapon that deals 3d4 piercing damage. And it's silvered against silvered creatures.
Vic is going to start looking at this thing like he actually might be able to use it.
And there's nothing else in the office worth noting.
Not that you noted.
Ready.
I'm surprised you couldn't lift this. This thing's easy to carry around.
Yeah, and I like what's fucked up is that I actually have one more athletics than you do, but I have less strength. So
Being so tall, well, never mind.
Whisper is better with the skillful punching, not the strong punching. Yes.
Vic is just, he loves these new gauntlets. He's not giving them back.
All right. All right. Yeah. Whisper will rejoin the group and wait for the Duke to wake his sorry ass up.
Okay. The Duke will groggily open his eyes and say, not dead. You small folk are as weak as you are puny. Coughs up some blood.
Weak enough to beat you.
Yeah, not so weak that we couldn't defeat you and all of your lackeys, which we did. So, and we also, chained up your family in their room, just in case you were wondering.
He's got his head back, he's got a headache, his eyes are closed. And he goes, "Oh, you think you've chained up Brimskarda, do you? It's very hard to keep her tied down. Only I've ever managed it."
Well,
And the rest and those of you who were at the party originally, remember the chains above the Duke's bed and all kind of shudder to yourselves.
Yeah, I was about to say, well, we're not here to ask you about your sex life.
No, but I'm going to tell you about it. I got nothing else to talk about with you.
Oh, no, you have lots to talk about, like the combination on your safe.
Look, we could open it ourselves, but it would be much easier if you just go ahead and tell us how to open it.
If I tell you how to open my safe, then you have no more use for me. I am not a fool.
We don't really have a use for you anyways.
If you don't tell us how to open your safe, then we have no more use for you. It's a catch-22.
He kind of shrugs and says, "Yes, but then you do not get what is in my safe. You have taken my my keep. You have taken my forge. You have taken my family, but you will not take my riches."
I mean, I'm sure we could, beat the information out of your wife and daughter. That wouldn't be very pleasant, but I'm willing to do it if we have to.
He just kind of chuckles at you. You can give me an intimidation check if you like.
Sure.
Or
Why
persuasion.
the hell not? I'll do. Oh god. Either way, it's horrible. Okay, let's do it. Fuck yeah.
He says, "You are a cute kitty.
Oh, thank you. Whisper thinks so too.
I will leash you and give you to Brimskarda."
You will not leash anything. You are in cage, and Whisper will not be in cage anytime soon.
Yep, I don't know. Yeah, he's just kind of sitting there with his head back. He's like, "Ah, my head hurts."
Well, everyone, what should we do with him? He's obviously not going to give us any information.
Vic's going to go over and wake Ryle up. Hey, the Duke's awake. Got anything to say? Ryle's just going to get up, look at him, and say, "So how's it feel to be on the other side of the cage?"
He shrugs as best he can and just kind of goes, uh, I took my shot. And I spared you after you and your friends killed my son. And this is how you repay me."
That's why you're still alive.
"I think I'm alive because you want even more of my riches, which you shall not get."
I mean, I think we might be willing to trade him for your life. We've, like you said, taken everything from you. Your keep, your giant weird statue man, your son. I don't think it's that too much to say that we can take your box and your life too if we wanted. So why not just give us the box and you and your family get out of here?
You can give me a persuasion check. Even at disadvantage, that isn't bad.
And that's really good.
Yeah, because he doesn't trust you guys at all. He says, "Bring me my wife and my daughter."
Well, we are in the distinct predicament of them not yet being too negotiable. I don't think that they're going to believe that we have you chained up in the next room and just are going to throw down arms and safely escort them here.
He says, "That's probably not going to work anyways. Why don't you escort me there? You have my word, I will not fight you."
He is chained up. Perhaps it's not a bad idea.
Do we feel like he's sufficiently chained to be able to walk without being a problem?
You can give me an investigation check if you like on the chains.
I'm great at those.
I mean, it seems like he's pretty well wrapped up.
Look,
I'm
guys,
going to
I don't
default
think-
to Ryle on that one.
I think he's good where he is. What did you do with the wife and kid, anyways?
Whisper told you we put them. They're in their room. We just put a rod that can't be moved into the door, and it's locking the door, so the latch can't be pulled.
So you just locked the door? They're still there, perfectly fine?
Yes, yes. Well, one was banished, but she should be back by now.
Yeah, that lasts for a minute.
Yeah, I don't trust him to take him to reinforcements. Maybe we should go over there and talk and bring them here, preferably in some sort of chains.
I mean,
That may be very hard. I know that the young one is very what's the word that Whisper is looking for?
bitter.
Wild. She will, and the mother had some sort of magic that she was using, I think.
I mean, talking him down might not work, but brute force hasn't failed us yet.
Well, we could always try to talk them down. The door is shut, so they have no choice but to listen to us until we open it.
Well, as you can see, I'm a little disarmed and unarmed. I don't have my gear with me. I just now have a focus. I have to say, if you're going to let him out of this cage, I am going to... Well, I'm most likely going back upstairs. I assume the airship is here?
Actually, I would not know that. Is the airship here?
Well, that's how we got here.
The airship would be there, yes.
Well, yeah, but I wasn't here whenever you guys arrived here because I played Rena that one round and then Whisper the last.
Yeah,
one, and then this.
it's tied up top.
Look, thank you for saving me, but I'm not going to fight these giants here in my current state. I'll go back up to the airship, and I'll just wait for you there.
Yes, perhaps that is for the best. You need your rest anyway. If we find, you said that you had some kind of mechanical arm.
Yes, it's something I made a while ago, or years ago. Now I probably could make something better, so it's not a problem if it's lost. But at the same time,
This guy's
it's not
sentimental
very
value.
comfortable.
Mr. Duke, do you know what happened to his arm? You were the one that removed it.
He kind of chuckles to himself and says, "Oh, you probably don't want to know where that is."
Oh, but I really would like to know.
He says, "It's in the chest."
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So
I was going to say, all right, I don't care what you do with him now. I'm going back upstairs.
oh no, it has been butt scratcher for a fire giant. It has melted and corroded in ways that you could not imagine.
And Rao's just going to go back upstairs at this point.
All right, so what are we doing? We're all heading except for the dwarves? Or do one of us want to stay here with the dwarves and watch the Duke while the rest of us go and try to talk to the fucking wife and daughter?
Actually, what did the dwarves say about taking him back? Do they want us to take him back, or do they want us to kill him, or what do they want us to do?
The dwarves don't understand why. They're like, we could have broken that chest open. We don't know why they didn't know why you kept him alive in the first place. They're lawful creatures. They kind of feel like at this point they should try and take him back. And as soon as he tries, they assume he'll try to run away, and then they can kill him in good conscience. That seems to be their kind of general thing. Like, well, you can take him back in chains, let him face justice, and if he tries to break away, then we smash his skull in. They seem happy with that.
Wait, you guys can break open the chest? Then why haven't you done this yet? Whisper is very confused.
You
I
guys
was
didn't ask us to.
I was wondering why we didn't try that in the first place.
Okay, dwarves, go break open the chest. Jesus.
Honestly, we could just let Verabron just fiddle with it for a while. It just might take a little bit more time. We don't really need this guy.
If the dwarves would just break it open, then whatever. Like, let the dwarves break it open.
Okay. Yeah, the dwarves will go over there. They'll start breaking it open. You guys gonna go with the dwarves, or what are you guys gonna do?
Whisper will go with the dwarves. Or do you guys? Would you prefer her staying here to watch the Duke? It doesn't matter either way.
I'd say we should all stick together, because if something does happen, I'd like for all of us to be here.
Okay, well, the dwarves will bring back all of the stuff that they find, yes? So, yeah, we'll just wait for the dwarves.
On second thought, maybe you should go over there and watch them. Not like I don't trust the dwarves, but, well,
I don't trust the
I would,
dwarves.
yeah.
Okay,
I would
alright.
probably sneak something out.
Okay, you guys stay here. Whisper will go watch the dwarves.
Okay. So you go over there. They take 20. It takes a few whacks to get it open. When that happens, I need the dwarves, and I need Whisper to give me a.
I know I should have asked if it was trapped. Fuck my life.
I was waiting for Verabrar to that's why I wasn't just having Verabrar open it. I was doing the checks, because if you guys told him to never once did you ask me if this was trapped and if you could investigate for it. Not the entire session last week.
I was not the box checker, so not my job.
Yeah, that's very true.
The box checker wasn't actually here, and I wasn't going to do it for you.
Yeah, and Whisper did ask the teenage girl if it was the daughter if it was,
yes,
but she
that's
said
true.
she didn't.
But she lied to you several times, and never once did you guys ask to insight check her.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, but when's the last time we insight checked anyone in this fucking campaign?
I'm aware of that. It seems to be something you guys never remember to actually do.
We just beat the fuck out of everything.
You take my word at everything, and it never seems to work out for you. So I need a dexterity saving throw. DC is 15.
Oof. Just barely made it.
I only sent 4 dwarfs.
Okay. And 2 of them made it, 2 of it failed. All right. So the 2 that failed it take 29 damage. The ones that made it take 14 damage. Whisper, you take 14 unless you have that monk thing where you don't take any damage on a made deck save. I don't know what level that's
I
at.
do uncanny dodge. Or wait, no, it's evasion. Yeah, I do have evasion actually.
Okay. So, yep. So fireball goes off. Everyone kind of coughs themselves. You hear the Duke kind of roar in laughter from the other room. Oh, I love when that happens.
Want to know something funny?
We forgot to check for traps.
One of them dwarfs had 28 HP.
Nice. He got incinerated.
So, Whisper, you're looking at the chest. The other 3 dwarves pick up their fallen comrade and they take him back to the other room to try and get him some medical attention. What you see in there is looks like inside the chest is like a bed of ashes. Sitting on top of the ashes is a massive crown. Looks to be made out of adamantine, set with black opals.
Oh, so this is definitely for it's the size of the head of the construct, I'm assuming.
No, it's the size for the head of the giant.
Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be for a construct. I don't know. I thought it was going to be like a device, whatever.
Nope. So it's like I said, it's ashes and then the crown on top of the ashes.
But okay, so it's very massive then.
Yes.
Okay. Shit. Could I even move it?
What's your strength?
12.
Yes, it's heavy and awkward, but you're able to move it.
Okay, all right. So she's gonna move the crown and start trying to dig through the ashes to see if there's anything else in here.
When you dig through the ashes, you find bags of gold. You find a large conch shell, and roll me a d4.
Okay. Nice.
Roll me 4 d100.
Ah, fuck my life.
2 11s, though.
Luckily, on 2 different charts. All right. Number 11, first one. Oh. What kind of weapon do you use, Whisper?
Nothing. The only thing that she has right now is darts. Other than that, she just uses her fists and feet.
Would you like to have a +1 weapon?
Yeah.
Okay. There is a +1 quarterstaff in there.
Sweet. I will definitely take that.
Okay, then go back to item D. There is 2 potions of... Well, there's 2 potions. I'll say what they are. I'm not going to fuck with it. There's 2 potions of supreme healing. And a really high-level spell scroll. Why don't... Give me a second here. We're going to let the dice decide. It's a good try, though.
Still, though, either way, it's a high-level spell scroll. You make it something really nice.
Oh, kitty. Kitty go meow.
It's my friend's cat. She's an asshole.
Oh, she's a cat. All right.
To be honest, though, out of character, Whisper wasn't actually going to go and torture the fucking family. She was just saying that to try and see what his reaction would be.
All right, I'm trying to think. Spells the party has the ability to cast: cleric, ranger, sorcerer, and wizard. Right? A warlock.
Warlock.
Yep.
You
There's-
should make it a wizard spell.
There is no sorcerer, right?
No sorcerer.
Yeah, no sorcerer.
Ranger, cleric, wizard,
Uh,
warlock.
Vic can cast first level cleric spells. That's about it.
Okay, right. But the kind of warlock that main skizzy can cast cleric spells.
Oh, that's cool.
Certain ones, yeah. The Divine Soul Sorcerer gets access to both trees. The Celestial Warlock just gets certain spells, but
Yeah, he gets certain spells.
yeah,
at
play
certain
that
levels.
like you want.
All right, but you're the kind of warlock you get can cast cleric spells.
Only a select
Only
few.
certain ones.
Like he can cast he gets Sacred Flame as a cantrip and light. He gets Lesser Restoration, Greater Restoration, Cure Wounds, Flame Strike, and I think Wall of Fire, right? Oh, something else.
I'm going.
Okay. Well, anyways, Man's going on you do. Why don't you give me a D25?
Double deuce.
Never heard of this spell before.
Ooh, what is it?
It's 7th level.
Sounds good so far.
Ooh, 7th level spell. Can you even cast 7th level spells yet?
I do not.
5th level.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I get Cure Wounds, Guiding Bolt, Flaming Spear, Restoration, Daylight, Revivify, Guardian of Faith, Wall of Fire, Flame Strike, Greater Restoration.
Okay. Yeah, that's what it is.
I was checking around this week to see if Greater Restoration could restore an arm. It can't.
Nope, there's a spell for that. Regenerate.
It is a scroll of symbol.
What?
Symbol. Symbol.
Are you just adding that to your inventory, or do you want me to put that in party loot?
Put it in the party loot. I'm gonna go look up, see what it does.
It's basically super glyph of warding.
Yeah, I think I've heard of it like once or twice, but I've never really seen it used.
Could be
It's-
used for warding the airship.
You can make a glyph of death. The person that sets it off makes a Constitution save or takes 10d10 necrotic damage.
Damn, not bad.
Insanity. Each target must make an intelligence saving throw. On a failed save, the target is driven insane for 1 minute.
I like that, and Discord. Alright, I'm gonna step to the restroom real quick.
Okay. I'll take a quick 5-minute break.
Alrighty.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
All right. Remind me, can the Duke fit on the Zeppelin?
Nope. But we could make a chain and hang the cage from the bottom.
We could trap him and his family here and go back to town. I think it's a multi-day trip.
Yeah, I mean that's like tying up the good guy and leaving him there. They'll get free and they'll come back and get back at us.
I mean, I was gonna leave a contingent of dwarfs.
Yeah, that might work. But yeah, Ryle is definitely coming back here. He's probably going to stay. Vic, well, I want to go back to town. So we got some money. Vic needs some new spells and some armor. But I don't know what we're gonna do about the wife and the daughter.
Me either. So the king promised us a fucking castle, right? We could.
I think so.
Not the king of the most recent town that we were in, the town that Minx and Vic and people were in, but the king of the other town. I forget whether it's. I think we're in Felbar first and Adbar or whatever second, but maybe we could convince them that instead of spending the money and effort to make us a new castle somewhere in the marshes, whatever the section of the land was actually called, maybe we could just get the dwarves to spend the time and money and possibly people converting this place into the base of operations.
Honestly, that was kind of what I had planned for Ryle. My whole plan with when I was going to choose which character I was going to pick, I was going to have Vic learn teleportation circle, and basically do that. If I decided to go with Ryle, Vic would just stay here and make a teleportation circle to the other, to one of the dwarven holds to do that. Or I'd have like Ryle stay here, work on this thing. So I'm on the same page as you.
Now, that said, I absolutely hate this map at this point. I hate how huge it is and everything else, and it would probably be much easier to have like a tiny tower map. But I don't really see us needing the map of our base too much. So life goes on, but I feel like the amount of forging type equipment and shit in this general area would set Ryle up for life. With the time and effort and help from the dwarves, like it could be properly staffed, could essentially serve as a watchtower is not the right word, but you know, like a foothold for the dwarven kingdom as well.
A fortress. By the way, I do want to point out that among the things you found on the fire giant Duke just now, Tyler, was a ring of keys. Hello?
You're talking.
Oh, I muted myself. A ring of keys.
Yep. I'm sorry, it wasn't Ryle that found that. It was Minx that found that.
Yeah, you had said Ryle, so I did
Yeah,
keys.
right.
So.
I apologize, yes. But yes, it was Minx that found the ring of keys to free Ryle.
Correct.
Yes. Had you used those to open the chest, I know it's a combination lock, but there's also a key. That's how Verabro was trying to pick it last time. It would not have set off the fireball.
I did not know that because I assumed that it required both since there was a combination on it.
I see.
But doesn't matter. I didn't get fireball.
That's right. Now that the DeCac is fucking monks are, it's impossible to hurt a monk above like 10th level. Above like 8th level, it's almost impossible.
I mean, we were having some Yeldar issues, I remember.
Yep. All right. So yeah, you guys have. So he gets back. He shows you all the cool shit. He's got this. The cat's got this like massive crown. She's laboring under. She's got handfuls of shit. She got a new stick.
Vic's gonna say, "What about that crown? Can I take a look at that?"
Sure.
All right, Vic is going to look at it, see if he notices anything about it. Is there any sort of magical aura or anything coming off of it?
You do not detect anything magical. It is just a massive, ugly crown. You think it's definitely made out of adamantine. So just component-wise, it's worth a lot. Oh, by the way, the bags of gold, if you go through them, that's 6,300 gold in the bags.
Nice.
Give me an investigation check on the crown.
All right.
You think the crown's worth at least 5,000, maybe as much as 10,000 gold.
Wow.
Mostly because the opals, and it's got the 6 massive opals.
Vic,
Lodged in it.
Vic isn't convinced that there's a reason he had it locked up. You'd think if Vic thinks that if I was a king, I'd be wearing my crown all the time. There's got to be a reason this thing was locked up. So he's going to hold on to it for a while. Probably going to look at it again.
Any of the times that we saw the Duke, did he have his crown on?
No. It is a very kingly crown. He is of course not yet a king. He hasn't proclaimed himself as such.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the things that I would have put forward is, well, one, every time we've met him, he's been like in here working.
Uh-huh.
And two, I would guesstimate that he's a pompous asshole, and he planned on some sort of crowning type ceremony once his giant robot did all the cool stuff for him, that he would have a proper pomp and circumstance. Look at me. I'm the king now.
Yeah, maybe. But still, I mean, if I had an adamantine crown, I'd be wearing it all the time. But anyways, we got other things to worry about than a nice fancy crown.
Well,
so
Whisper's gone currently, so it's just me and you. Ryle/Vic. Do Ryle/Vic have any problems with leaving the dwarves here, taking the airship back to town, saying we were successful, send reinforcements, and setting up that, like, bringing more dwarves here and setting up a proper stronghold?
Raul's not there. He went upstairs to the airship. But
Yeah, I
he'd
was
be all for it.
skipping past, like, send a messenger up the elevator.
Vic, he'd be okay with it. He thinks. I think we should secure the room a little bit more. That movable rod is, going to keep them in, but they could always just break the door. So I'd feel better if the door was locked, or if it was forced not to stay open or not to open. I mean, look at me with these gauntlets on. I'm pretty strong now, and these guys are giants. They'll be locked behind that door.
All right. So me and the dwarves and a couple others will stay behind. We will set up reinforcing the areas and get him, and I'll kind of motion to the Duke, get him somewhere more secure, somewhere that's easier to guard so that we're not stuck in two places. Might even get his ass back to his own bedroom. Secure him in there, and then hold down the fort until you and reinforcements arrive.
I mean, if you really want to stay here, well, you know what? We might be able to find some scrolls over there in the town on the way back. Do I have an idea how many days it takes to get back, Ken?
Hold on a second.
Vic
Let me
knows how long because he flew here, so...
Yeah.
Yes, but Vic does not remember.
Yeah, I'm just saying that it is a thing your character knows. But yeah, Minx will say that I don't mind staying here, especially if
It's 4 days. It'll be about 4 days there and 4 days back.
Okay, so we wait about a week. I mean, if you're okay with sitting here for a week, y'all got enough food and supplies and everything. I'm sure you do. The Giants have something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Not only do I have my own stuff, but we had the full kitchen and everything else to work from. The Giants were quite well supplied in here, and I'm sure that their food goes a much longer distance for us.
Well, I'm okay with that. If you think that leaving those Giants trapped in that door or that room is okay. You know what? We could just leave Ryle here. He could watch him for a while, so you don't have to stay behind.
I don't mind.
And Verbaro stay back as well.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay. Welcome back.
Sorry about that, guys.
That's a quick trip to the store.
It's literally like 2 seconds up the road. And like I was like, okay, we got 5 minutes, and I rushed there really quick because I didn't want to waste anybody's time.
Well, we're going back. We're going to try and go back to town and get some more dwarves to come by to secure this place.
Okay. Okay. I did hear you guys say that you wanted to leave the wife and the daughter in the room.
Yep.
Are we just leaving our removable rod here?
I think so.
So the plan was kind of still in...
You're going to leave them in the room for a week.
No. The plan was currently at the stage of getting the Duke back to his room or something, securing that section of the compound in a way that was much easier to maintain, and then setting up watches, etc. And basically there are prisoners while somebody goes back to town to get reinforcements. I don't know how much, but Minsk and the 8 dwarves had at least volunteered to stay back.
Okay.
I don't know if that's enough. We might. Damn it, though. But if you say, then it's just Vic and Veribar going to town if I stay back with you. But I feel like it would be the smarter decision because the dwarves are good and everything, but that Duke's going to get a long rest in between this. And if he breaks out, that motherfucker is really strong. And just having you and the dwarves, I don't think you guys would survive an onslaught between him and his family.
How much space is around the doors to either of those rooms? Could I slide anything under the doors to the bedrooms?
I mean, they close fairly tightly. They're not too worried about drafts because they're fire giants and they're always pretty warm. But I mean, you wouldn't be able to fit much under there. What are you thinking?
I just didn't know if A, I could get anything under there, or B, if there was any kind of way to get food into the room.
Yeah.
Sure, if you open the door.
Okay, well, we're chaining the Duke to his bed.
Well, they've already got some convenient chains above the bed.
I mean, so that was just my idea. You guys are more than welcome to throw out other stuff. But our options really are A, kill them all. B, set them free. C, leave them here and we go away. Or D, we stay here and guard them while somebody or 2 somebodies or whatever run back to town and get more people.
Well, okay. We do have Ryle here now, and he could potentially, since he knows the airship and the layabout pretty well. He could go back while we stay here. And it would take, I don't know what, the better part of a week or 2 for him to go to town, get reinforcements, and come back.
It'll take about a week.
Let me check
Okay.
something real quick.
A
Let me
what?
check a spell.
Okay.
Because if we don't kill him, leaving him here, especially with giant construct monster, if the Duke felt so inclined, even if he's chained up, he might be able to get out and do something. And even if there's like only one or two of us staying behind, that's still a pretty hefty fight that we'd have on our hands. Like even without a weapon, dude's probably pretty fucking formidable.
All right.
Especially
So-
if he can get his family out of their room as well.
Yeah, which is why I want them separate. And we have the ability. So we locked this asshole in his room, and every time we open the door, and we only open the door once a day to give him food and water or whatever, or once enough to put enough food in there that he can just be in there. Like, I'm sure that we drag him in there, we give him supplies, we come out, we fucking close the door and lock the door. The doors had keyholes and locked because she locked the other room, so yeah, they're giants and can kick the fucking door down, but at least it can be closed and locked. We don't have to physically barricade it.
All right. I just checked. Ryle can actually make a gate.
There's
So
also that.
Ryle can fabricate a gate right here.
Yeah.
If we want to just leave Ryle here and the dwarves and then go back ourselves, they'd probably be fine.
That would work better for the like actual mechanics of us being in the role playing game instead of us role playing a week of sitting
Right.
here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's very true. Okay, like how sturdy is the gate though? Because I'm just worried about them fucking maybe breaking it, especially if they're working together.
Ryle, assuming he had a long rest, he's got one more he's got a cast of fabricate left, so he could probably make a shoddy one today, but tomorrow he could reinforce it, and they wouldn't be getting through.
Okay, well then, if that's the case, we could wait the day here with Ryle. Make sure he gets his long rest before we leave, because if we leave you with a shoddy gate in between you and three fucking fire giants, I don't think it's going to go too well.
Well, I say a shoddy gate. I mean, it's like 8 connected 5-foot cubes of iron gate.
Yeah, but these are, again,
Yeah.
fire giants. Like, I feel like fire giants could get through that, especially three of them.
Yeah, that's fine. We could wait a day, and Ryle could make a gate, and we could be good to go. We can just leave Ryle here. We can go off and do our thing, and come back.
All right, cool. Yeah, I think that's better if we at least wait the day for Ryle to be, at full strength and everything. Maybe try to maybe take like part of the day and go back to the armory and try to see if we find anything else of his there. Because you're not actually going to be playing this character anymore, are you?
No.
Or you haven't decided yet?
Probably not. I think I'm going with Vic, even though
all right.
I love this fabricate spell.
Yeah, well then depending on how Ken wants to let us do it, we could go check the armory and see if any of Ryle's old equipment is there, so that he at least has something more than just a spell focus and nakedness to hold off fucking fire giants.
Well, with enough material, like there's stuff here. Ryle could like make himself a set of gear with a couple days. Like I see.
That's right. Because I forgot.
He's a smith. He can fabricate a set of plate as long as he has enough iron or steel or whatever it is. There's enough here.
And then Minx, you need to do. Oh, sorry. God damn it. Fucking thing's acting weird. Minx, you need to get the fire elemental, don't you? Like that was part of your thing that you needed to do.
He's got it.
I have it.
Oh, okay, he's got it. Okay, cool. So then we have everything we need if we just wait the day and then go and get reinforcements and come back.
Right. Do you let the Duchess out of her room once you make the gate?
Well,
not the first day.
Yeah, so my current understanding is we drag the Duke to his room, but before we do that, we put some food and a barrel of water and some other crap in there, so he's got supplies. Then we go into transport mode. We transport him in there, and we lock the door. And then we would need to communicate through the door to the Duchess, I guess. I don't know if they had any food or water in their room.
It's only been like, what, 20 minutes that they've been locked up in there,
Well,
minus
this-
like the one day that we wait.
It's been you took a short rest. So it's been a couple hours.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, we did. Yeah, okay.
I'm
Forgot about
not saying for time that has passed. I'm saying for time that's about to pass, because it's about to be a week of these people locked in this room.
Right.
No, I
So
mean,
that's what I'm asking.
I can make a door for the gate.
Right, but how does that get them their food?
We open the door. I mean, we make the gate. We open the door. Worst comes to worst, we can just run back out the door. They can't get to the tiny little door.
How often can you make your gate?
I have, assuming Ryle's level 10, like the rest of us, I can use fabricate 4 times or 5 times a day if I use all 4th level and 5th level spots.
Okay. Well, I mean, totally up to Ken, but if we absolutely had to get squarely, you could like make a gate, put the fucking food on the opposing side, unlock the door, tell them to get their food and get the fuck back in the room, and if they don't, then they're still trapped, etc., whatever. There are ways that we could handle prisoner feeding.
Okay. Basically, what I'm getting at here is when you go to talk to the Duchess through the door, there's no answer.
Okay, well, perception.
Shit.
Give me a perception check.
Shit.
I knew that bitch had more magic.
Or
Can I
fucking escape
give him
tunnel.
an assist for that, or no? I should have said beforehand.
You can give me a perception check if you want.
Sure. Nah.
Yeah, you don't hear anything on the other side of the door.
Can I
Fuck.
look through the peephole?
There is no people.
Or a keyhole, I mean?
Yeah, but for some random stuff, you don't say anything to the keyhole.
0, like...
Nope.
All right.
You do recall that the Duke didn't think you were going to be able to hurt the Duchess when you told him that you had her prisoner in the room.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
she had
he's
some
also-
she had some kind of something.
Yeah, but he's also just being a dick, so I took his words with a grain of salt.
That's true too, but he's probably she had that potion of invulnerability, right? Or whatever potion it was that we saw her drink before you banished her. And then, I mean, she may have had other magical equipment of some sort to be able to get them out of that room and shit out of this keep in general, especially in the time that we've taken to do all of this.
Well, here's what we should do. Let's crack open the door and see if they're still in there.
Once
Or-
we've secured the Duke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Secure the Duke first, most
Okay,
definitely.
the Duke's secured. You guys have the Duke secured.
Okay.
It's fine.
Just making
Alright,
sure that we are explicit so that you don't try to fuck us later, Ken. I don't want to like go on a Duchess hunt and you're like, well, you
don't-
never said.
Look, I only fuck you guys when you guys have spent the last hour discussing how you're going to keep the Duke secure. The Duke's secure.
All right. So yeah. Okay. So then we'll get the dwarves to open the door a little bit. Once we remove the immovable rod and stuff, and we'll all wait there and fucking prepare. Like Whisper will prepare an action to attack if they fucking try to bust out.
Okay.
That kind of a thing.
They do not try and bust out.
Are they still in there?
You do not. When you crack the door open, you do not see anyone in the room.
Fuck my life.
They were in there before.
They were, in fact, in there before, Vic. Thank you for that insight.
Well, I mean,
Could you send one of the dwarves in to see if perhaps they are lying in wait? Although I guess the dwarves probably don't want to get ambushed.
And you can look in the room. There's nobody you can see in there.
Vic's gonna go in. He didn't get ambushed, did he?
I'm behind you with the dwarfs.
Yeah, Whisper is going to stay like right here, just in case, like, and freaking keep her arms, like, keep her like stance really wide and her arms out in case like something tries to brush past her invisibly or whatever.
Vic's gonna investigate the room. I guess he doesn't find anything.
You don't see any. I'll give you an advantage because something's going on. So roll it again. There you go. Behind the bed over here, there is a secret door. You guys remember that session like a month ago when I let you guys find the secret entrance up above that you like try and drop through?
The rope.
The rope. There was two notes I made for myself. There was that one. There was also the secret door into this room that you could find with a 20 investigation check. You guys just couldn't fucking roll it.
You hinted at it in the caves, yes.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, I wasn't here for that. But damn, yeah, that makes total sense that they'd have some kind of secret passageway to get out. All right, so they're gone.
Oh shit! Didn't we send that one guy or the one-armed guy up the stairs to the airship?
Motherfucker, yeah, we did.
I got my first.
Okay. Vic's gonna start running. I don't want to lose the airship.
All right. Whisper will stay and guard the Duke's door. I mean, I know he's secure and everything, but they might try to come back and get him. So
Okay. I didn't think about that, and I'm not going to be a total metagaming dick. The airship is fine when you get there.
so we can just assume that they just took the fuck off.
You can assume they took the fuck off.
All right.
We've also had the airship in like defensive posture.
Yeah.
It's not just been docked up there. We go up and then it comes down to us. Like it hasn't just been like hanging out for fire giants to attack.
There are also like workers and stuff on the airship, right? Like
Yeah. So you guys, it's fine. The airship's fine. Had I thought about it independently, it might be fucked, but I did not think about it independently, so it's fine.
Any way to secure the secret door, or is it like a...
With Ryle there, you can pull Ryle back down. He is able to secure it, no problem.
Okay.
All right, then. All right, same plan then. Leave Ryle and the dwarves here, and we go back to town to get people to be able to escort the Duke back. Because, I mean, that still seems like a good idea. If we're not going to kill him, we can't just, like, let him go, because he has ambition and shit, and that's probably not a good idea.
Well, once he's in the dwarves' hands, like, the party need not worry. So, I don't know what the dwarves are going to want to do to him, with him, etc. But the main thing is getting back to town, telling one Citadel Adbar, I think is the closest one, telling them that we got the Duke and to send reinforcements. All them guys get on the boat and start headed this way. Adbar simultaneously then sends word to Felbar, who are the ones that first hired us to do this shit. They're about equal.
About equal distance.
Yeah, so we'll go to Adbar first to be like, hey, we got the Duke, we got the thing that you sent us there for, send troops now. Also send word to Felbar and get them sending troops that way too, so that we can secure the foundry. Forge.
One thing before we go the other way to Citadel Felbar, might want to check near the magic shop. We might be able to find a scroll teleportation. Teleportation circle. Cut down a lot of the travel time.
Well, yeah, I wasn't saying we travel A, B, C. I was saying we travel A, C, and somebody else can be sending word. I don't know if the dwarves have any kind of whatever.
Where are we right now, relative on the map? We're on Citadel Felbar?
We're in Ironside.
You're at Here Lies with Sigrun and Calvin.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. I'm just not seeing that. I'm an idiot.
Great, now I gotta delete that note because Ryle isn't dead.
Oh, you have to delete a third of it.
I don't know if I can edit it once it's on the map. Oh, I can. Hey.
All right, so
let's get going.
Yeah, let's get going. Let's go back to town, get our long rest in and stuff.
To expedite, you get to Adbar. They send some dwarves back with you. they tell you they'll get to Felbar and get the notes word over to there as well. So you take another 20 dwarves, we'll say, back with you on the airship. They send runners through the Underdark to Felbar, and they'll send another battalion up from there as well. So you guys have Iron Slag under your control.
Nice.
Very nice.
Can
So
we
that
do
means
it?
You will have to
taking a long
negotiate
rest.
in the future. Yeah, you guys fully rest up. You guys will have to negotiate with the dwarves later because, like, Adbar wants the Iron Slag. You feel pretty confident Felbar is going to want the Iron Slag as well. It is perfectly in the middle if you want to try and claim it. You were promised a stronghold by Felbar, but it was a tower in the marches. It wasn't a prominent forge in the mountains.
Yeah, that's one of the things we had talked about while you were away, but we weren't sure how the dwarves would feel about that.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to, like, you'll have to try and negotiate it, but that's something you can handle over time.
Yeah.
There are two dwarvish armies heading this direction now.
Well, I hate to take up even more time, but while we were in Citadel Adbar, we'll be able to buy mundane armor, and would there be any scrolls?
You can buy mundane armor. Give me an investigation check on the scrolls.
Okay, I'm going to cast guidance on myself.
Hey, there's a set of chainmail on the ship already. I don't know if that's up your alley, but you have all of Caldris's disused gear still on the boat. So that set of chainmail that you gave Caldris, that Ryle gave Caldris, that he then upgraded to a breastplate later on, that chainmail is still very much in Caldris's room on the boat.
In that case, I'd take the breastplate.
Okay. As far as scrolls go, that roll you find, yes, you do definitely find some scrolls. Let's see, Scroll of Wall of Force, Scroll of Phantasmal Force, Scroll of Mordenkainen's Faithful Hound, Scroll of Mending, Scroll of Grease, Scroll of Creation, Scroll of Arms of Hadar, Scroll of Armor of Agathis, and I'll give with the fucking 30 that you rolled, you can find one scroll of whatever spell you want.
Okay. Creation sounds amazing. I don't know what it does, though. Alright, spell whatever I want.
I have a
How
quick
much?
question. Go on ahead. Sorry. Go on ahead.
How much would these cost, and do we have enough gold?
Well, which one are you looking for? You also just got 6,500 gold or whatever it was. From
yeah, we got a lot of gold just now. Whenever we sell everything.
Creations. Pull wisps from the Shadowfell to create non-living objects. Duration depends on the material, so basically you create shit that's like magically there and then disappears after a while.
All right, quick question. Because apparently I have been way too used to using spellcasters, and I think I've been doing this wrong. But for damage, whenever it comes to melee attacks, I do not add my modifier to the damage, do I?
You add your modifier, you don't add your proficiency bonus.
Oh, I do still add my modifier to the damage for monk weapons and monk unarmored attacks.
Whatever you use to make the attack, you also use to damage.
Right.
All right.
Normally you don't for unarmed strikes, but because you're a monk, you do.
Okay. I was just making sure that I was doing that right because I thought I was doing it wrong for like the longest there for a second.
I think you're good. Phantasmal Force. What level spells Phantasmal Force?
I think 2? Yeah, 2.
2. It's an uncommon item. We will call that 300 for that one.
Alright, then the choice is Teleportation Circle.
Okay. Which level spell is that?
5th.
5th level. That's a rare item towards the top end of rare.
I've never even heard of Synaptic Snack. That looks cool.
It's one of the new ones from Xanathar, so it looks really good.
Okay. God, I gotta fucking read through that book more, man. I keep forgetting to like read everything about it. Like I've read through like half of it at this point, I think.
There we go. That'll teleportation circle will cost you 4,000 gold.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna be an expensive one.
Yep.
How much gold do we have altogether right now as a party?
All right, we could tally that up later. I would like to take it if we have enough.
I'm sure you definitely have enough.
Yeah, we do have enough, and actually, it's a great idea. So I would say go on ahead and spend the money for it because it'll come in handy at least at some point. Even if it's not right away, it'll definitely come in handy.
Okay. Now we'll take those two things.
Let me see. I'm trying to think if Whisper would want to try to buy anything, but I don't think she really needs anything. +1 quarterstaff's pretty good, but it does about as much damage as her unarmed strikes do. I don't have any long range, but I can't really use any long range. I mean, I can a little bit, but it's still not worth it to me, I don't think.
Well, you can use that quarterstaff two-handed, so it's a D8 plus your dex or strength plus
right.
1.
Right. Yeah. So it's +5 at the moment. Yeah, and it's a D8. And then I still have extra attack, and I still like even if I use it two-handed, I still get my bonus action attack, don't I, or do I not?
No, you do because it's a versatile weapon.
Okay. All right. Cool. So then, hang on a second. I'll be right back.
We'll deal with it later. So what else are you guys doing?
Heading back.
Okay. You guys head back. You're back in the Iron Slag. Take travel, wind, rain, snow melting, getting towards spring. Veribar's a douche. You're back in Iron Slag.
All right. Once the place is particularly fortified, actually, while I was in town, I guess I would have needed to have a conversation with the king about the Dawn Titan. Was I supposed to just hand that over to him?
It needs to get back to Gauntlgrim. The king will, but you can give it to any dwarven king. They're all allied. So your instructions were to get it back to the dwarves. You can take it back yourself if you like. That'll take a lot more time.
No, I'll give it to the king while in Adbar.
Okay. Well, I'll leave this up to your character. What was the reward for returning that to the dwarves?
I had to think on that one. But it's going to be kind of a split 50-50 between monetary reward and, due to the background of my character, it's being something that his patron / deity compelled him or sent him to do. So I don't expect a castle, but there was payment involved.
Okay. Well, let me know what you think it would be, and then you will have it.
Okay, I'll think on that.
As long as it's within reason.
Not that big of an asshole. I do things like take journals instead of magic items, sir.
I know. I'm just saying. So yeah, you guys you've got the dwarves from Adbar there. You are told that dwarves from the word was sent to Felbar that you have completed your quest, and you will have your. You guys don't care. Veribar will be told that his tower will be prepared for him. And Ryle, I guess.
I mean, if I'm offered a fucking tower.
I mean, yeah. If we're sharing the tower with Veribar, that would be pretty dope. Whisper would be pretty excited about that, actually.
You'll need to take that up with Veribar, whether or not he shares his tower with you.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
I mean, he can have his tower. I'm taking the airship.
I might have to fight Ryle with that.
That airship is pretty dope, actually, now that I think about it.
Alright, so the conch.
Mm-hmm.
Why do we need the conch? I guess Vic will be asking because he really doesn't know.
Yeah. Whisper does remember Veribar saying something about wanting it, and I think it was the last session or the session before. I can't remember exactly, but Whisper does remember him saying something about it. So she's very curious as well.
Okay. Well, why don't Ryle... Ryle, you're there, and you know why they didn't want the con. So why doesn't Ryle explain what the con is about?
It's been a while since we talked about all this. What I do know is that this is, well, you know the whole thing with the ordning. This thing is supposed to take you to, I believe it was where the, I have kind of forgotten. I know it takes you to the Maelstrom.
Hecaton's court.
With King Hecaton's court. Okay, right. So yeah, it takes you to King Hecaton's court.
And Hecaton is missing. And you guys are supposed to figure out the Oracle tasked you to figure out what happened to him and put him back on the throne so he could try and settle down the giants.
So yeah, Rao's gonna really like that.
Ooh, that sounds like a very, very interesting quest. We are putting a king back on a throne. Whisper likes this.
And Ryle, I sent you a message in Slack about some things that you heard the Duke talking about while you were imprisoned.
Yeah, and by the way, I don't think that the fire giants were too happy, specifically the Duke were too happy with King Hecaton and his daughter. I think the Duke was trying to take over. That might be what the whole that crown that you guys found. That might be what he was setting up for.
He certainly had ambition.
Well, Whisper left the crown back at Ironslag because I could not carry it very far.
Well, we're back there.
Oh, we're here. Oh, okay, okay. I thought we were still in town. Okay, never mind. But I guess Whisper left it in the Duke's chambers because I could not carry it. It's a very big crown.
Fuck that. We got that out of there before we locked him in there.
Yeah, you guys have it secured away somewhere.
Even if it was just in the main area with all the tables, like the dwarves would have carried that shit out before we locked him back in there.
Yeah, very true.
You come back, Ryle is decked in a full set of plate armor. He has something resembling an arm on, and he's got about 8 golems following behind him. Yeah, he's good.
Wait, didn't I find Ryle's arm in the chest?
Well, he would have just made a new one or something.
One
of those less heavy.
You did find his arm in the chest. You also found, on top of all those items, you also found a lot of, we'll call them personal items. That you, yeah, we'll leave it at personal items, I think.
Yeah, and you said, I remember you said sacks of gold, and we didn't actually touch on it. I don't think you actually gave us an amount.
When you were at the store, I did. It was 6,300.
Oh, okay.
All right, so about this whole ordering thing, I think after what's been going on, being held prisoner here, I think I'm done. I want to investigate this giant construct here, see what I can find out about it, and maybe start up this forge again. But if you ever need anything, feel free to come back. I'll help. I think I'm done with the adventuring thing for now.
Well, if that is your decision.
And Ryle's going to say, so that conch there should take you to Hecton's court. I'm not sure where he is, but that was what the Oracle told me, and I'll relate the whole thing with the Oracle. I wish you good luck, and I'll look at Verabrar and say thanks again for all of you. Thanks again for saving me. And Verabrar, thank you again for returning.
He gives you a thumbs up.
And I'm going to look at everyone else, and I'm just going to walk off, or I'm gonna bid them farewell, and I'm gonna start walking off to take care of the things around here. Probably starting at the forge again.
All right.
Bye,
So
Mr. Raya.
Ryle and the dwarves get Iron Forge back working for the dwarves. The rest of you are standing around with a conch in your hands. Sounds like a euphemism, but it's not.
So how does this thing work? Vic?
Heck if I know. You should ask Verbar, but Verbar's not. Okay, Verbar's not here. Well, you can try blowing on it.
Well, whoever tasked Verbar and Mr. Ryle and their group to get the conch probably knows how it works.
Well, I'll take a look at it. Would Vic be able to tell generally how this conch works? I could just use identify on it and should be able to tell me.
I'm going to assume long rest and...
Oh, you guys have. It's been a week. You guys are fully rested up.
Yeah, I was mostly announcing it so that the other members of the party would do the same.
Yeah, I did that because he told us it would take a week for travel. So yeah, I already added full rest.
I've also said long rest now 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Manx, I think all you do is you just pick it up and you blow on it.
Okay.
And I'm going to pick up the conch and hand it to him. Because I'm definitely not doing it myself.
Oh, Whisper would like to do it.
I hold it aloft so that Whisper can blow on it.
All right, Whisper goes up and gives it like a good little blow on it.
All right. The conch sounds. It sounds a deep note like the depths of the sea. And teleportation is cast upon up to 5 willing creatures, which is all of you.
I am willing.
Yes, Whispered is very willing.
My body is ready.
Oh.
Yeah, she sounds like she's willing.
One moment. Hey, guess what I gotta do? I gotta put away the Iron Slag maps. Amazing.
Thank God.
Yeah, how long were you guys in there? Like this was three sessions for me, but how many sessions did you guys were you
Months.
guys in?
Yeah, months.
The new character started on session 23. We are currently in session 30.
Wow, holy shit, you guys were in there forever. Wow, dude.
It's like the Earth Temple all over again.
That's crazy.
Every time I try to give you guys a way out, you guys manage to find a way to not get out of it. And this is like, I can't get him out. I felt so bad. I wanted to try and push you guys through, but I couldn't think of any way to do it smoothly. Oh. All right. You guys are give me a moment to see if this set up.
We arrived in Iron Slag in session 20, so we have been in here for 10 consecutive weeks, plus 1 week that we did not play. So 11 weeks ago we entered this dungeon.
Wow, that's crazy. It's only been 4 weeks for me because of the one session that we missed.
Oh, and then that would have put us enough time that there would have been a Christmas week in there as well. So 12 weeks.
Wow, holy shit, yeah, that's right. Wow, damn.
Sorry about the yawning, guys.
Oh no, it's fine, man. You've been working your ass off.
It's cool.
I just appreciate you still doing the sessions, even though you got to work earlier in the day.
Also, I don't know if you were here for it, Ken, but when we were talking about making our base there, I explicitly said, I'm tired of this fucking map, so I don't know if I want our base to be here because I hate this map so much at this point that I would much rather just have like some stupid tower map.
We can build a tower on top of Iron Slag. How about that?
I don't know. I kind of like Iron Slag. But I also wasn't there for fucking 12 weeks, so...
I'm sure that Hunter saw this on Reddit where some dude was like, I just want to give appreciation for Iron Slag and how well put together it is. I'm like, it was really put together, but I'm really fucking tired of it.
Actually, I avoid any Storm King's threads, and like the moment that I start reading a title and it looks like Storm King's, it's like,
Yeah. Buy that fucking...
once we are done with this module, like I'm going to like super start doing research on it because I probably plan on using it as one of my go-to. Sure, I'll DM something because I almost feel like I could play it West Marches style.
Honestly, it'd be better as a West. The book is like 2/3 world building and 1/3 campaign, and I'm not this. I much prefer the campaign of Prince of the Apocalypse to this campaign.
This is honestly like in all of my D&D career, like even playing like first and second edition, I never really did modules. It was always like homebrew stuff. So this is actually the first time that I've done a module before. Which oddly enough, on Mondays now, a friend of mine started doing kind of her own version of Storm King's Thunder. So I'm doing that on Mondays as well right now. Which is nice because if she sticks to it even a little bit, I'll at least be able to see like what the beginning of it was because I missed a lot.
All right, so you guys get teleported. You get teleported over here.
Oh boy.
Let me find the page. You appear atop a glowing glyph carved into the floor of an alcove of a rough-hewn chamber. The moist walls are covered with bioluminescent lichen, snails, starfish, and barnacles. Tiny, harmless crabs crawl across the floor, avoiding the signal. When you appear, you hear music. There's a powerful female voice, accompanied by deep, haunting tones of a pipe organ. They're coming from up these stairs.
Oh wow, this place is very beautiful.
Yes, but we don't know if it's dangerous.
That is very true. We always seem to get into danger.
I'm gonna summon my bird.
Okay. You have your bird. I'm not going to deal with the tokens right now.
Yeah, I'm just...
Assume you guys have bird. Those of you with birds have birds.
I say that because I want the bird to kind of scout before we go walking around and stuff. So I'd have the bird kind of do a sweep and report back to me if it saw anything.
Okay. If you're just leaving down here, you don't see anything. There's doors there and there. There's doors there and there. I don't know how close zoomed out you guys are, but if you zoom out a little bit, you can see down the hallways. There are 2 statues at the end of the hallways. One of them is a storm giant woman. One is a storm giant man.
What about this puddle across from us? Does it look like it goes down, or does it look like water on the floor?
No, it goes down. Looks like a circular pool. Looks to be about 40 feet deep. Give me a perception check. Yeah. There's a circular pool down. There looks to be a passage at the bottom that heads off to the side.
I'm sorry, and you said we saw a storm giant man and woman?
Statues.
Oh, statues.
The stars.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to pick a different color on this map. It's purple.
It is purple.
No, there's nothing wrong with purple.
Well, I'm purple. So my arrows are hard to see.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Mine are super easy to see.
We don't see any people, do we? Or any humans or...
You don't see any creatures beyond the crabs and the like, but you can hear the performance upstairs.
Maybe we should go check on that performance, or should we look around here first?
Might want to make sure that this area is safe before we get ourselves stuck between whoever's upstairs and anyone that might be down here.
Yes, I agree. Having enemies come up behind you while you're already in a fight is pretty bad.
Alright, well, I can clearly see that these are large doors, and these are not large doors, so I would recommend this way first.
Okay. Well, they're still large doors. They're giant doors. They're just not double doors.
Yeah. So that's what I meant. Not the mechanical size difference, but
right.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're able to open the doors. It takes a little bit of work, but you're able to get in them. They are bedrooms. They appear to be guest quarters, perhaps. Dormitories with several giant-sized beds and tables and closets and the like.
Search around, search each room, see what we're getting into here. If there's
Okay.
anything around.
Investigate. Give me an investigation check for each room. One of you each. You can choose. Decide who you're going to do it.
Who has good investigation? Because I do not.
The wizard.
Yeah.
He just can't roll well.
Okay. One of the rooms you find like a pearl-studded hand mirror, giant-sized. And the other one you find like a gold necklace with like a ship's anchor, again fitted for a giant.
Shit, I'm sorry, Ken, because I did not ask this. Did we sell all the stuff that we got from Iron Slag, or no?
You did not.
Okay, that means
we
our
were
bag of
pressed for time.
That's very true, yeah, and our bag of holding is still full.
No, I mean, we could have put that shit on the airship.
Yeah, you're fine. It's stashed somewhere.
Right. I just mean that it itself is full and it's at its carrying capacity, so we can't put
right. But you
can
you took the stuff out and you put it on the airship. It's on the airship. It's fine.
Oh, right. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Vic's going to take a look at the gold necklace with the anchor on it. Says something like, "Is that an actual anchor?" I think it is. Now that's weird.
Well, I mean, if you're big enough to wear an anchor around your neck, wouldn't you? Whisper feels like it would be a good accessory.
There is no accounting for taste.
Yeah. I'm just going to hold it over the bag of holding and put it in there.
Okay.
Let's keep on looking.
All right.
Okay. Don't think I was not expecting this place to be like this.
It's very beautiful here. I was not expecting this either. I was expecting another drab and dreary place like Iron Slag.
Well, considering that this is my second giant fortress, I don't really know what to expect anymore.
I don't know. I guess with storm giants, I figured it would be, in the sky, not so much water.
Yeah, but
maybe we are in the sky. We don't know. We got teleported here.
But the cloud giants, though.
Verabrar would know that this is under the sea.
Oh, okay.
It's the maelstrom.
Under the sea. Under the sea. Something, something, something. Something, something, something. Take it from me.
I'm glad enough to know who thought that too.
Sweater, take it from me. Sorry.
Am I the only one that thought of the Bioshock lyrics?
Yes.
Yep. Because I don't know what those are.
Yeah, I don't either.
I never did play the first Bioshock. I played Infinite. That was good.
Yeah, Infinite was the only one I ever played too.
Well,
I feel you there.
You nerds need to play the first Bioshock, because the first Bioshock is Bioshock.
Hey man, Bioshock Infinite was freaking fantastic.
Anyways, you guys go over here, you explore 4. Again, same sort of thing. There's like dormitories, guest quarters. These look like not so much like the other ones are like dormitories, like they would be for, groups of people, like for servants. These look more like staterooms, sort of things.
Were the beds in the other one meant for like actual giants?
Yes, but they're like single giant beds. This is like a king size giant bed.
Copy.
Okay. Let's see. And then in this room, there's just like boxes and barrels.
Boxes, barrels, there's like food and supplies and whatnot.
I guess I could give an investigation check to see what's in here.
Sure.
Might not go well, guys. Holy shit.
You find a small cask of what is labeled as fine elvish brandy.
Ooh, Whisper likes alcohol.
You don't know why the giants have that, but they do.
Doesn't matter. Whisper takes it.
At this point, I've just stopped asking questions. Anyways.
Oh, did anybody put the what did we got some kind of hairbrush or no, a mirror?
I did not.
I'm the note taker. Somebody else is on treasure.
Oh, yeah, I'll do it. We got a mirror with gems. You said a giant sized mirror with gems.
With pearls, yes. And a gold necklace with an anchor.
So, did anybody remember the swim trunks? Because I'm fresh out of those.
And you said a cask of elvish brandy.
Yep.
Okay, I just looked at the picture of this thing in the middle. That does not look very safe.
You mean the maelstrom does not appear to be OSHA compliant?
No.
Okay.
I didn't.
Went down here. Whispered votes that we go up the stairs because perhaps we will find more of what we're looking for.
I'll be right behind you.
Okay, Whisper will go first.
All right. You guys head up the stairs. I think we're going to call it there for the evening, gentlemen, because I'm dozing off here a little bit.
Yeah.
That's all right.
And from going forward here is going to be...
It'd be nice to have Veribar now that we're doing new story stuff.
It would be nice to have Veribar. There's going to be a fair amount happening here the next very quickly bits. And I'm dozing off. So those three things get together mean we're going to cut it here at 3 hours. Thank you all very much for playing. We are out of Iron Slag. Yay!
Hopefully this area isn't quite as big or as punishing.
I mean, it's just about as big. It shouldn't be as punishing, but then Iron Slag shouldn't have been as punishing as what it was. So we'll see how you guys manage to fuck this up.
All right, cool.
I feel like the other group did Iron Slag in like 2 weeks.
They didn't go to Iron Slag, and they got through their giant place in about 4 hours of gameplay.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I'm gonna go drink myself to sleep and cry a little bit then.
I thought they'd be there for like 2 or 3 sessions. They were there for about half one session, half another session. I was very impressed. I was like, oh, that's how it's supposed to go.
Once they talked to the person, did they just steal the conch?
They went there. They snuck around a bit. They acted like they found they were caught in the middle of robbing the place. But one of the person who had the bag of holding had a visibility cast on her, so they're like, oh, we don't know where this stuff went. We were just trying to find we were told by the Oracle to come and talk to you and see about helping you take over the giants, and they bought it. So they helped them get to Iron Slag, and then they helped them get to Maelstrom rather, and then they were there. And I'm like, well, that's all you needed to do. Good job.
Hey.
Wow, that's pretty impressive actually, just to get through there without having to fucking really deal with anything.
Yeah. I was really looking forward to throwing one of them off the fucking cloud castle, but no.
Well, I'll see you guys next week.
I'll talk to you guys all next week. Thank you all for playing.
Yeah, thanks again, Ken.
No worries. And you may get I may start posting stuff. Well, anybody that didn't see it, I did post the first 2/3 draft of my crafting rules that I'm working on. So take a look at those if you haven't. Give me feedback if you would.
I've been meaning to get to that, but there's a SpaceX launch this weekend that's been keeping me kind of busy, and then school starts the day after the launch, so I've been running around like crazy.
No worries. It's only like a page and a half long, so it's not like it would take you that long. But I understand if you're busy.
Well, I looked at it. The only thing I can say is I'm going to make a druid for the next character, and we need some non-metal armor tools.
It's not so much the magicking is no problem. It's very easy to make it for magic for that with those rules. It's just the sort of materials you need, who would be able to make it. That's what I'm trying to figure out with that. So
yeah,
I'll work on it.
No, that's fine. My biggest problem with playing druids is I've tried to play them in a couple campaigns, and it usually boils down to I just want some dang armor, and the DMs that are DMing for me always throw a big fit about making it very hard to get normal armor for a druid, and it really gets on my nerves.
Well, I mean, a druid's armor is turning into a bear and getting 3 times their hit points.
Oh yeah, but I mean, I played with one group, and I just wanted I just wanted some like a breastplate or like half plate or something like that, just to have something in my human form because it was a very, very deadly campaign, and they were making it a huge deal about just getting that armor. Like I was going to have to give up like almost a rare magic item just to get this thing, and it got on my nerves.
Generally I don't play like that. So
Yeah, I just wanted to say I just wanted to get some rules or something. Plus, I think it'd be kind of cool to make some like chitin armor out of like a scorpion or something we killed.
right.
Yeah, some people are really weird about their magic items and armor and shit, and I'm just like, man, it's not that big of a deal.
All right. Well, I will talk to you gentlemen throughout the week, and we'll play again in about 1 week's time.
All right, man. Have a great night. Have a good day at work tomorrow. I know you got to get up early and everything.
Well, no, tomorrow I work in the evening. It's fine. It's that I work, like I said, I would usually work nights. It's just Thursdays.
I thought you said. Okay, I thought you said that you had to work at 6 tomorrow morning or something.
No, I woke up at 6 this morning, but I woke up. But the thing is, like, because I don't normally go to work until 3, so I'm usually sleeping in. So this is the one day of the week where I wake up early and I'm tired because I had like 4 hours of sleep last time.
Right? Yeah, definitely. I feel you. Okay, well then, fucking have a good day tomorrow. Either way.
All right, talk to you guys later.
Yep. See ya.
Peace.